What you just watched was the E3 trailer for the upcoming Zelda Wii U title, The Silence is Broken. We've finally got some footage from the game that has been teased for oh so long. Nintendo has been pretty hush-hush about this title since that tech demo at E3 a few years back, but now that we've finally got some info, I thought it would be fun to go over everything that we know. So without further ado, once again everyone, my name is Matt, and welcome to my Zelda Wii U news update video. Now, there isn't much to extrapolate from the trailer itself, but before that even played at E3, we were shown a brief interview with Eiji Aonuma, pretty much the main producer for The Legend of Zelda. During this interview, he explains how he's always wanted to create an open world experience for The Legend of Zelda, but it's been difficult to do so in the newer 3D games because of all the boundaries that have had to be put in place. He goes on to say that this will not be the case with the WiiU Zelda. He says players will be able to go wherever they want, whenever they want, and puzzle solving will begin once the player decides where they want to go, as they figure out how to get there and what to do once they arrive. Now, personally, I love the idea of an open world Zelda title in which you can go anywhere and do anything without having to worry about doing a specific temple or getting a particular item first, and we've been getting closer and closer to that with recent installments like Link Between Worlds, where you can do most of the dungeons out of order, and Wind Waker, where the entire overworld was a massive ocean to just sail across. A fully open world only seems like the natural progression for Zelda, and I'm really looking forward to it. Another thing I would like to touch on are the graphics. Now, in case you are wondering, yes, this trailer was completely done inside the game's engine. It was not CGI. So the final game will probably look like something very close to this. The graphics seem to have a cel-shaded look, and I am perfectly fine with this. Some of you might think it looks too kiddie or it doesn't fit Zelda, but I disagree. Zelda is a fantasy game, and I think the bright colors and the non-realistic look help bring the world to life. Ocarina of Time is considered one of the best, if not the best Zelda games by many, and that game is more cartoony than it is realistic. Nintendo has already proven that they can tell a darker story with Zelda using a non-realistic art style, as seen in Majora's Mask. But I guess this is just one of those personal preference things that I won't be able to change anyone's opinions on. Now, the trailer itself isn't very long, and we really didn't learn too much about the game. At one point, we didn't even know if that was really Link in the trailer, as Aonuma said something along the lines of, "No one ever said it was explicitly Link." But in a later interview, he said he was only joking, and that it is indeed Link in the trailer, and no, he is not a she this time around. Now, I never doubted that this wasn't Link because if you look closely at the way he is dressed, you can see he's wearing a similar shirt to the pajama shirt that you start out with in The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. The only real difference this time around is that Link has a ponytail, which isn't really that big of a deal. It's not uncommon in Zelda games to have Link in a different costume early on, so perhaps this is just how the game will start out. As far as where this game will fit into the timeline, well, who can really tell? I will do a bit of speculation and say that this game might take place later on in the timeline, perhaps even following the events of Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, and Spirit Tracks. I say this because the bow that Link uses shoots an arrow that has the ability to transform mechanically, which seems pretty advanced for The Legend of Zelda. But again, at the same time, the enemy that is attacking Link looks a lot like something you might find in the Lanayru mining facility in Skyward Sword, so maybe it will fit somewhere closer to that end of the timeline. But based on what we know now, there's really no way to tell. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this Zelda Wii U news update video. If you did, please consider leaving a like rating, and maybe I'll do more of these in the future. I'd also love to hear your thoughts about this upcoming Zelda game, so please leave your comments down below. I look forward to reading them. But once again guys, my name is Matt, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.